welcome back. Well, as I mentioned, we have Dorothy and Carmen Pacella here from the Chicago Club. Well, welcome. How are you two?
We're great. How are you?
Great.
Good, good. Well, of course, we see you just about everywhere on Village Television, Channel 6. You are no stranger to those in the living room watching the TV now.
Thank you.
But even though, I want you just to both tell me a little bit about yourself. We'll start with you.
Sure. We moved into the village 5 years ago, and we got all in with all sorts of activities. So it was easy to get immersed and just see all the activity. There's work to volunteer and get involved. So that's pretty much how we've landed with all these spots, and love every minute of it.
And where are you from?
I was born and raised in Chicago. In
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Where did you guys meet?
We met here in Southern California.
Oh, you did?
Orange
Oh,
County.
fantastic, fantastic. And I know you have a very interesting work history. You were with Disney for some time,
I
weren't you?
was, and I spent my time at the Disney stores, as well as retail before that.
Oh, gotcha. How about you?
I've been in the printing industry and photographic and film arts.
Well,
Yeah,
wonderful.
commercial art.
Well, you know, the two of you together make for obviously a great TV show, which is what we're here to talk about.
It makes it easy.
Yeah, well, of course, also, you know, she could just look over your shoulder and go, no, edit that, do this, do that, right? So it's called the Chicago Club Travel Show, which sort of spun out of the Chicago Club.
Yes.
So tell me about how that happened.
Sure. The Chicago Club actually was founded 40 years ago plus, and it became one of the biggest clubs in the village, and it had entertainment, which we still have today, the second Thursday of every month, where we do entertainment and comedy. But to complement that, they created a travel activity. There was a travel committee. And so for about 8 years, every month, we would take members and villagers on a day trip.
Right.
And they were immensely, and are immensely popular.
Okay.
And so we complemented that, and we've been doing it for almost 8 years.
8 years, wow. So now we're showing a little bit right now. So each month you do something different.
Yes.
You travel around Southern California,
Yes.
Los Angeles.
Right.
What about going outside of California?
Not yet.
Not
No.
yet, okay.
No, we're not doing that
A
yet.
future one, maybe a
Yes.
cruise.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
Well, many years ago, they did a 3-day trip to Chicago,
Oh, yeah.
but that's not on the docket right now.
Okay, excellent. So let's talk about some of the destinations that you have been.
Sure. What we do, let me tell you how they come to be in terms of how the destinations are planned.
All right.
The Chicago Club has a travel committee, and I lead that team. And we all get together and think of all the best destinations we've ever been to. We use some of the old ones that were popular. We've been to new places that people would like to add. And so we brainstorm. And I put all the destinations up on the board. And then we vote as a committee for what we want to have as our destinations.
Okay.
So it's a team effort, and it's really something that we like to do because our goal is to make our members happy.
Right.
And enjoy the trip.
Right. So that's and how do you play a part in all of this?
Well, when we shut down for COVID and we couldn't do any trips anymore, I guess we got kind of stir crazy at home, and Dorothy and I decided, why don't we go out and do the trip, just photograph it,
Right.
and edit it, and then post it on the Chicago Club meeting night.
Oh, uh-huh.
So instead of the Chicago Club meeting for their general meeting, we had the 7 o'clock slot on the second Thursday of the month.
Uh-huh.
And we just viewed the videotape of the travel for the day. So we would go around to different places and be our own tour guide. And then,
Love it.
and then we hooked up with Hoffy, Bill Hoffman from Hoffman Tours.
Uh-huh.
And so we had, the three of us would travel to all these different locations.
Right.
And photograph and then present that on the TV program.
I love that. I mean, you know, sometimes we look at COVID and we say, oh, you know, all the bad things, but there were a lot of good things that came out of it too. Obviously, Zoom was one of them. And then obviously you guys said, you know what, we're going to continue doing what we're doing, and you can share with people, which is great because many people did not go anywhere, and I'm sure they felt like
And that was the goal.
stir crazy.
Yeah.
The goal was to get the trip in and get it into people's homes
Right.
without them having to get on a bus.
Right. Now, I know you guys work with some of our folks
Let me
here.
just share one thing
Yes.
too, Lisa. The other part of that, the other half, was that the goal was I wanted to make sure we were within a 20-minute ride from the village, maybe 15 miles. Because the real objective was the inspiration of the viewer to maybe get in their car, even during COVID, and go visit some of these locations
Right.
that were safe locations for them
Yes.
to do.
Right.
And I must tell you, over time, people stop me all the time about the show, but many people would tell me, oh, we went there
Oh,
because we
good.
saw it on the
Oh,
show.
that's
So
great.
that was the goal, to really get that. And so
Right.
then when we came out of COVID, we just kept filming.
Yep.
So now we're on the bus.
Yeah.
And so now we just kept doing the travel show.
Right.
So here we are now, over 30 shows later, and 2.5 years, we're still filming.
I love it. Now, you work with folks here in our department that
Yes.
help get things going.
Yes.
Tell me about what your responsibility is with the show. Are you editing?
I do have, yeah, I
Okay.
shoot it. I use an iPhone.
They're fancy
Keep
now.
it simple. By using an iPhone, we can actually film everywhere we go.
Yeah.
So we've been in over 60 different locations, and not one said no cameras. So, because there's no tripod, it's the handheld.
Right, it's all handheld. That's
all
wonderful.
handheld
Yeah.
iPhone. I do the editing
Yep.
at home and do the titling and everything we need
That's
to do.
great.
And then we submit it to the show here.
Yep, and then you
And I
submit.
think the significance is it's only one take. I
Yeah,
mean,
she's like a
that's it.
one-take wonder.
I
don't
know,
even.
she just rambles it off,
we
and you're
don't-
like, wow, good for her. She did her
We're
research.
very efficient. We're
You guys
very
are, that's
efficient.
good.
We just shoot it, we're done, we'll get in the bus and
I
go.
think that is perfect. You know, real quick, tell me about sometimes how much it costs to
Sure.
do all this.
Our trips vary. They're usually between $95 to maybe $105 for our members.
Okay.
Non-members are $10 more. What makes it different, a variety of things. First, our destination may have an admission, so that ticket may drive our ticket price. And then sometimes we're able to include lunch.
Okay.
And so that increases it. So it's just a variation of where we're going, what the destination is, and how we make it. But we try and make it as reasonable.
Yeah, yeah. Excellent. Now, you do have a trip that's coming up in November, so
Yes.
let's take a look at that. Tell me
Sure.
about it.
We're going into Los Angeles to the Broad Museum,
Okay.
which is a wonderful contemporary artist museum. And then after we leave there, we're going to the San Antonio Winery, which is the oldest winery in Los Angeles. Matter of fact, it's the
Nice.
only winery in
It
Los
probably
Angeles.
is in LA. Yeah.
1917 it was founded.
Oh, nice.
So we do the winery, we do lunch there, they're shopping there.
Okay.
And then from there we go into Little Tokyo, and
Oh,
we're
that'd be
doing the
great.
Japanese Historic Museum there.
Nice. Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
great.
And we just announced it, so it's brand new.
Perfect. Brand new. Well, that is awesome. Well, thank you both so much. Congratulations to you, and good luck on your next adventures.
Thank you. Come on board. Come join us.
All right.
It's a lot of
Thank
fun.
you.
A lot of fun.
Thanks.
If you want more information about the trip that's coming up in November, you can always go to thechicagoclublw.com. We'll be right back.